Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and no breaking news or maybe not so breaking but maybe broken. The Americans finally again is trying to withdraw from Syria. So footages has already coming out from Syria with United States withdrawing. And according to Clash Report, they report that this is the first phase where they will see 600 troops being withdrawn, putting the total number of troops in Syria down to 1,400. So 3 of the US bases in the northeastern Syria will be closed, and including one near the Konoko gas field in Deir ez-Zor. So the basically the Americans are leaving the Kurds. So let's take a look at the footages coming out from this region. You can see the shield, and so you can see some of the Syrians taking videos of the trucks moving. Now you can see there's the Jeepish, Humvee-ish armored car. Yeah, this is a very typical Syrian car. Those that they use in Syria, all these flatbeds, And this is another video of the American troops withdrawing. Yeah. So this, of course, these forces here, these are not but if you look at the vehicles that they have, it's not tanks, it's not like, these are not the kind of vehicles that, or the troops that actually can fight war. And so AP have reported on this as well, and this is really big news. So so they say that United States is now appearing to be moving towards a full military withdrawal from Syria. So Donald Trump instructed that troops to be pulled out as safely and quickly as possible, and this, and the main reason so far, if you are not, I don't think I want to go through the article line by line, but generally I will just go through the main gist of what's happening. Turkey basically has told Donald Trump and told the American side that they're going to launch a massive offensive. You probably have seen some of my reports before on the Syrian situation. The strategic situation did not change as per the last report. The Turkish are still and the Turkish-backed forces are still fighting the Kurds or the SDF. So the side that was backed by Turkey, I think it's the SNA, the Syrian National Army. So they are still fighting. So that's the main thing, and they're going to launch a massive offensive. I think 1-2 weeks ago, there is already footages coming out in claims showing that the Turkish convoys entering into Syria. So this is something that is already happening. And Donald Trump has made these statements clear before. He even before he was re-elected as president, he did say that how many troops do we actually have in Syria? They didn't know how much the size of the Turkish military and whatnot. And he said that how can they like he say, how can we put troops on the ground between two massive forces? This is Donald Trump's position. And so now that Turkey is threatening a major offensive, he's withdrawing his troops. He's going to save the American life. And this pissed off the Kurds. According to Zero Hedge, they say that the Kurdish population basically is so angry that they actually throw vegetables and fruits or whatever. They throw things at the American withdrawing American forces. Maybe in another article, maybe not this one. So I saw it in another one that when I was doing the research. So and this is just the first phase. There is still a major base just off Jordan at El Taf. The El Taf one might still stay because that helps to protect Jordan from ISIS. So that base may not be redrawn. According to this article, the wish the commanders, the American commander seems to want at least another 500, to stay in Syria, maybe at Al Taf. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's if Donald Trump wants to do that. But the Americans seems to be leaving the oil field as well. So that I think Al Taf don't have oil field from my memory. So we shall see. We shall see how this goes. If Donald Trump withdraw entirely out of Syria, he basically fulfilled one of his campaign promise, probably coming from the first term. So, which is not a bad thing. Like really leaving the region from American interference. Of course, if you look from this in the geopolitical sense, it feels like the United States is losing influence. And definitely it's to the Kurds or to the SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces. This is a massive betrayal from the Americans because the Americans did not fight the Turks for them. And clearly they won't because Americans and Turkey is in the same alliances. So it's both in NATO. So Turkey, of course, is doing his own thing, as usual, as what Turkey, as Erdogan, the leader of Turkey always does. He always play all sides and then try to find the best way forward. So the offensive is probably going to come soon. The Americans redrawing the troops to Iraq. So just now the video footage that you saw is them moving towards Iraq, and yeah, I think tough time gonna come for the Kurds. I'm not sure if the Kurdish side, the SDF side, is going to be able to make a deal with the new Syrian government. And the new Syrian government is not going to fight Turkey because they are backed by Turkey. Turkey is their big brother. So it's going to be very challenging. As far as I understand, Israel has protested the decision by the Americans to redraw, because the Israel's now biggest geopolitical threat is not Iran anymore. It's actually Turkey. So because Turkey basically entered into Israel's zone of comfort, into their zone by entering into Syria, and with the overthrowing of the Assad government, basically, Turkey have essentially colonized Syria, and that's why this actually attracted the Israelis to invade into Syria and take more buffer zone and take more grounds. At least that's what they say, buffer zone, and take more ground. And they're also seemingly the Israelis seemingly is encouraging rebellion or no declaration of independence from some of the local minority groups. So it's going to turn into the new shit show by the look of it, and something that is just as big or maybe bigger because of the involvement of big countries into a new Syrian civil war. I'm not sure, maybe. And some of the Assad loyalists are still around. The Alawites people are still very tense. So Syria is still a power cake, and I think Donald Trump wants to avoid being in it at all. He wants his troops out. So that's the current situation right now. So commanders, brace yourself. If it turns into a major war, of course, I will be trying my best to report on it. I'll probably also do what I can in terms of reporting on the Turkish offensive on the SDF when it happens. So tentatively, yeah, this is the just an update in the situation in Syria. So thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. As you know, I read the comments as much as I can. You guys probably will see me liking or hearting your comments or replying. So Do drop the comments. I will read it as much as I can, and if not, no, other people will engage with you as well. No, we are all one family. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update.